Guess who got brands talking? Brandlife.co.za.
Good morning, Brand Live and Yeffel subscribers. You've just joined us live here at 27 Boxes in Melville for the Financial Independence Show. And it is Monday morning and up and running again after last week's technical difficulties. I first of all want to thank all of you for joining us and listening. That is the Brand Life streamers and the Yeffel Pty Ltd subscribers. Now, this week we're going to answer a couple of questions. And thank you for all those who have submitted their questions to our Facebook page, that is at Yeffel Pty Ltd, with regards to naturally creating freedom, meaning, and wealth. And our first question today comes from a young lady who has requested me to rather keep it anonymous, but she really would like this question answered. Now, I'm going to read her question to you, and then I shall discuss it in detail. Now, she writes a bit of a personal history, but her question comes down to, for so long, I have admittedly subdued myself to others' natural behavior and basically played a chameleon. How do I now establish what is my natural preference and abilities? Well, Miss Anonymous, I can tell you this. Firstly, I want to congratulate you. You have realized that what you have been doing and the way you have been living is not your natural self. And that in itself takes a whole lot of courage to acknowledge it and realize that the things that you are doing is somebody else's decisions, letting somebody else run your life. Now, to move on from there, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. There are so many free tools on the internet available for some brilliant coaches and gurus out there that provide free tools. I mean, if you go and look at Tony Robbins, Roger Hamilton, Dr. John Demartini, all of them have free tools that you can use. Ultimately, unfortunately, in my personal opinion, all those tools are based on your nurturing and not your nature. Because all of those tools give you a multiple question, a multiple answer to questions on which they then determine what your percentages are like to put you into categories. And most of those answers that you are going to select is based on your nurturing. Now, there's a huge difference between nurturing and nature. Nurturing is the programming that you've been subdued to, what you've been told all your life. When your parents, your colleagues, your life partners, your friends keep on telling you the same thing over and over and over again, to the extent that you actually start believing it, that becomes nurturing. To really know your nature, you have to go and sit down and, yes, use these free tools. I will post them on my Facebook page and access them, use them as guidelines. But you really have to sit and do a soul search on what is important to you. What is your core values? What do you have a passion for? Only that way you will really know what your true nature is. Whether it is compassion for kids, whether it is following your dream of socializing and building a career on that. But really go and do that soul searching. I will post the links for you on my Facebook page and try them. and see what happens. Then give me a call afterwards and you're still not sure that the results that you have gotten really reflects the true nature of your being, then pop a question to me again and we'll take it from there. We'll do a natural analysis of you and sort that out for you. Okay. Then our next question comes from a young gentleman who has started up his own business about 2 years ago. Now, unfortunately, he is not a numbers man. Simon says he's been running his small sideline business for the past 2 years, but he can really not explain where anything has gone to. And by anything, he means any financial gains that he's got into it. Now, Simon, I bet you your problem there is your freedom, creating order, creating a system to track and record, knowing your numbers. There is a wonderful package online called Waves app that you can use. It is an accounting system that is totally free, which is brilliant for small business owners that's just starting up. What I like about it is it gives you the ability to track your personal and your business under one login. So you can have your budget set up on the business side, you can have all your business expenses, but you can split your personal to the personal side. A lot of SMEs that I work with make the same mistake. They live off their business. Now, living off your business is all good and well. Yes, you got into business to provide yourself a better lifestyle, a better way of living. But you can't suck your business dry by using everything that comes into the business. One of my mentors has taught me very early on that you have to split personal and business. And if you do have your own business, pay yourself a salary. A fixed salary or a percentage is even better. So that if the business doesn't perform that well this month, your salary does not pull the business down. Considering that you are still full-time employed and running this as a sideline business, work on a percentage and split the two on the Waves app. Record your numbers. Put in your receipts, but clearly distinguish what is for personal use and what is for business use. What is actually the difference between the two? Only once you start tracking those, you will see where exactly it is that your bucket is bleeding. And you'll be able to track what is happening with the financial gains that's coming in through this business. It's only once you put that order, that system, that procedure in place that you will be able to establish where are you going wrong. Because according to the details that you sent me on your estimations, you should be doing fairly well. But if you don't track the numbers, you can't see where you're bleeding the money. And yes, I know it sounds like a lot of work, but Waves app makes it actually easy for you. They've got 2 little additional apps that link into it. When you sit with a client, you've got the invoice app where you can immediately invoice clients. So that to prevent those scenarios where you've done work for clients and just forgot to invoice them through your normal invoicing procedures. But while sitting with the client, you can invoice them there and then. On the receipt side, you've got the app that takes photos of all your receipts. That way you don't have to log around all those receipts. You've already taken a photo of it, it'll upload it onto the system, and everything is recorded. You don't have to walk around with this whole wallet full of paper receipts to try and remember which is which. At the end of the day, it's going to make your life easier, and I can bet you when your accountant looks at your books, he or she is also going to sigh a sigh of relief, because now they're actually going to have proof of transactions that's gone through to your bank account. Our next question comes from Peter, who asked, how do you build a system for a small business with regards to procedures, workable solutions to implement on a daily basis? Simon, in that regard, I would suggest that you sit down and look at what it is that you actually do and put it on paper. What do you do for your clients? Put each and every one down and write a company guidebook to stipulate what it is in each scenario that you do. As you said in your question to me, that you can't uphold standards because not everybody understands exactly what is involved with each step of servicing the clients. Well, there your business guidelines will help you to establish that and put it down as rule of order, rule to work with. And you can give that through to all your employees. That way you can duplicate the process over and over and over again, and each of your employees will do exactly the same, duplicating the process. And by that duplication, then you guys will find where service delivery is not up to standards or where are mistakes made, and you can better it. At the end of the day, you want loyal clients. You don't want to keep on looking for new clients. If you've got loyal clients, then those clients will return to you time and time and time again. And that will start building up. Loyal clients also brings you referrals. And by referrals, there's no better advertisement than a loyal client ranting and raving about the brilliant service that they got from you as a service provider. With regards to putting it all out into system, there's a couple of procedures that you can follow. One of my mentors years back gave me templates to clearly distinguish between what is face-to-face service and what is digital service. What to put into a Facebook page, what to put into a blog, and how to track all of those. Now, generally what I do is I give my clients these templates for free. I'll post a couple of PDFs on my Facebook page for you guys to download for free. But if you want the workable Excel spreadsheet to actually track on and have it in digital form, pop me an email to admin@yevl, that's YEVL.co.za, and we can talk about the workable templates. They're all copyrighted as they come from my mentors, and I've spent a couple of years putting them together in a workable format. So pop me an email and we can discuss how to move forward on that. Okay, we're going to take an ad break and I'll see you guys afterwards.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za, an industry first in the world of internet radio. Not only are we an internet radio station, we are an internet radio platform for your brand. So why not expose your brand to potentially thousands of listeners and improve your customer relationships and brand equity with podcasts and live broadcasts? Be sure to check brandlive.co.za for more information. brandlive.co.za, harnessing the power of internet radio.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstelmedia.co.za.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.
And welcome back to the Financial Independence Show, brought to you by brandlive.co.za and Yeffel Pty Ltd. Remember, all questions that you want answered on the streaming, you can submit to either the Yeffel Pty Ltd Facebook page or via WhatsApp to 065 899 1918. Our next question is in regards to providing meaning. Now, Patrick asked a very interesting question with regards to the business he's been running for quite a few years now. Long story short of Patrick's history is he feels redundant in the business and he's bored. The business is doing swimmingly, but he doesn't feel that passion for it anymore. What should he do with regards to that? Now, Patrick, my question to you would be, why did you start the business in the first place? What made you start up this business? What was that original why? Was there an original why, or did you just see an opportunity in the market where service delivery by competitors lacked, or there was no competitors to start off with? But why did you start that business? Why did you leave full-time employment to start your own business and build it up to where it is today? Why did you take all that time and effort to build it up? If you can answer that original why and go back to that original why, I'm more than certain you'll find your meaning again. But as life changes and we all change and our perspective change, maybe that why is not valid for you anymore. Maybe the reason behind starting the business, you've moved on or past it. Then you have to consider, why do you still want to do it? You can have it on automated pilot and have somebody run it for you and start another passion business. But what is your why? You go read the book of Simon Sinek. Start with why. That is a point where I believe anything and everything should actually start from. Not because somebody said we have to do it, or just because there is a need for it. But if you don't have the passion, the why you start it, then it doesn't matter what you're going to start. It is going to bore you after a while. Or you, when challenges come up, might just decide, well, it's not worth the effort and give up. And then you unfortunately have a scenario where you are sitting now with a couple of employees that are dependent on you, enjoying their work, enjoying the environment that they're working in. But if you close that business doors, you'll have a couple of unemployed individuals. So, yes, although your why, your passion is important, you have to consider your employees too. Where are they going to go to? That's why I recommend rather put it in some sort of autopilot, let that business run and still generate income for you. I mean, if you go and look at most of the business coaches and business gurus, they all state that you have to build a business up to the extent where the business no longer needs you to run. That you don't have to actively be part of the business to have it running and be profitable. Maybe you have now reached that point. Your business is profitable. Get your business to run without you being actively involved. And then ask yourself your whys again and find another passion to move forward. And that brings us to our last question for today, is wealth. How do you build wealth through a small business? Now, this question, the person that submitted this question also requested to remain anonymous. So I'm just going to give a quick rundown. She has a full-time employment that pays a fairly good salary. And somebody has approached her to start her own business. She thinks it's a wonderful opportunity, but she's not too sure if she should pursue it. Well, from what I've read in your short story that you submitted to me, you have a passion for health and beauty. So why not start a multi-level marketing business with a friend in that? Robert Kiyosaki has stated several times, and quite a few of the other business gurus, even some of our best examples in finance and industry, have stated that you will not get rich on a 9-to-5 job. So keep your 9-to-5 because that's your passion. But start a multi-level marketing business because there you have the support of the multi-level marketers. Add to that the education systems of some of these multi-level marketing companies. I mean, I have looked at quite a few of them. And their backup support and the education that they include to teach you how to work the business is absolutely brilliant. If you cannot learn something from it, then unfortunately you're not trying to learn. But go in, have an open mind, learn from it. Who knows, maybe in 2-3 years' time you decide this is not quite the multi-level marketing scheme for you and you move on to another one. Or you have built up the experience of what it is to run your own business part-time. And you've got the support, you've learned the support structures, and you've gone through all the education. You would have received a lot of personal growth through that. So take the leap of faith. Move forward. Take a chance. We only regret the things that we have not done. The things that we've done has given us experience and learned us lessons. And that's how we build ourselves and develop ourselves to become better versions of ourselves. Now, that's all from me for today. I will see you guys next week, Monday, same time, same place. You're at 27 Boxes in Melville, streaming via brandlive.co.za. You can follow our subscriptions on YouTube at Yeffel Pty Ltd, on our Facebook page, LinkedIn, Instagram, we're there. To submit your questions, you can either go to the Facebook page or you can submit them directly to our WhatsApp business line, which is 065 899 1918. Up until next week, have a brilliant time and naturally create your own freedom, meaning, and wealth. That's all for me, your coach, Yvonne E. Fentelo.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za